Man, of all the fools that I've seen on the internet, Myron Gaines has to take the cake, man. I mean, over the years, I mean, I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate Myron, but I've never really liked him. Not because of what his message, not because of his message, because he says similar things to guys like Andrew Tate, right? And Andrew's message has resonated with so many people. But the thing about people like Myron is that for him to get his point across, he I don't know why he feels like he needs to act like a buffoon or a fool. Andrew has certain opinions, for instance, of men, the roles of men and the roles of women. But he's not going around, for instance, trying to look for women to just belittle them or whatnot. I mean, you have all these girls on your show and you know that they don't know so much. And for some of them, you have the opportunity to genuinely educate them about stuff. But he's just looking for a gotcha moment with girls that, I don't know how to explain it, man, but they are not ready to do what he's there to do. He's just trying to, like, shame people for no reason. I always thought to myself the guy was kind of childish. And that's just the thing about messaging. Two people can give the same message, and the message itself could not be the problem. Maybe the message is actually kind of true, but the messenger sometimes can be detrimental to the message, and that's just the reality because some people don't have real roots in themselves. It's like they don't know themselves, and they, like I said before, they identify with a certain message and they become immersed in the message that they identify, but they don't really know themselves, or rather, the person that they are is not ready. It's like, how do I explain it? There's a certain level of maturity that you need with any message that you were given in this life if you're called to be a leader. Now, there are all types of leaders. There are good leaders and bad leaders. But in the world we live in today, if you have attention, you are somewhat a leader. You're called an influencer. And I guess appropriately so because you get to influence the masses with your opinions. But I mean, I look at guys like Fresh and Fit, and I really am not trying to throw shade at them, but they just come across to me sometimes as a clown show. Unnecessarily vile, loud, insulting when they could just make the point that they're trying to make in a very effective, calm manner without having to insult all these people that they bring on their show and whatnot. And then you have someone like Myron Gaines encouraging some guy to go up there and to be using the N word and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if he thinks, I don't really know the motive behind it. I don't know if he's trying to be funny. Perhaps some people find it funny. Or if he's trying to curry favor with a racist white audience, because frankly, that does exist as well. I think it's no different than when you hear, for instance, those race grifters who are always trying to stir black people to like hate white people and do that stuff. And then these same people will call out those people, but then they're doing the exact opposite on the flip side. Like I've said, there's so much hypocrisy, whether it's from the right or the left, that at some point you just have to realize that you have to keep your eyes on Jesus and Jesus alone. And that's how you discern what is good and what is true. You know, yeah, that's really the summary of it. I mean, there are a bunch of clowns on the internet. I put guys like Myron in the same category. I put guys like Nick Fuentes, and who else would I put there? There are a bunch of them like that. It's not that they're not smart. It's not that they're not knowledgeable, but they don't really have love inside of them, and their whole and what they campaign for is really largely around themselves. It's about either self-preservation or self-glorification. And that is why I say that these guys could not hold a candle to Charlie Kirk, man. Charlie was the different one. Charlie was the one that I truly believe his motives were genuine. He was truly led by Christ and wanted to see Christ-likeness in the world. These other guys, a lot of them are just clowns, man. And I'm not saying Charlie was perfect, because nobody is. But these other guys, a lot of them are just clowns. But everybody's growing, so I mean, they have space to grow as well. I say this now, and their fans are probably going to be upset and be like, oh yeah, they just say the truth, blah, 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 blah. Sure. You know, I once was in that space where it was just like, if you just say, yeah, you're just saying the truth. Listen, there is really a right manner to go about things, whether we want to accept that or not. And a lot of the times these guys they're not, they may say some true things, but they're not actually focusing on the truth. They're focusing on viral moments, and gotcha moments and everything, and being unnecessarily insulting and vulgar and whatnot. I saw a video from Nick when he was talking about Candace Owens with the so-called Israel conspiracy theory around Charlie Kirk's death. And when looking at that video, I realized that this guy is the biggest hypocrite in the world. He's a fake individual. You know, he was talking about her having low IQ anti-Semitism or anti-Semitism and whatnot, trying to glorify himself because he saw the opportunity to do that, and trying to put her down because she's not a big fan of him. I mean, a lot of these people like that, man. I've told you, the Nicks and the Myrons, they're the fakest people. They could not hold a candle to guys like Charlie, you know, and that's just the truth. And now these same people, or guys like Nick, are trying to come into that spot and replace Charlie. They will never be able to do that. Never be able to do that. Anyways, this is just my opinion. Some of you are not going to like it. Some of you are going to like it. Either way, it's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. And I'm not here to try and please people. I have an audience of one, and that's Jesus Christ. So that's it. If you like the content, you can subscribe and like the channel. You can subscribe to the channel, like the content. Jesus Christ is King. God bless.